What is going on, guys? My name is LittleMarMan. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to yet another one of my videos, and I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded in 2 days, but this episode, of course, of Everything You Need to Know About Zombies will make up for it. Now, Everything You Need to Know About Zombies is obviously the one series on YouTube where we go totally in depth on each and every aspect of the Treyarch Zombies storyline. Now, of course, we've sort of journeyed. We've gone through all the main topics. We've gone through all the characters, and of course, our last episode was Agartha. Now, what is Agartha and why is Samantha trapped there? And we answered a lot of questions. We answered a lot of questions in that episode. And just to stay on the topic of sort of realms and sort of mythology and stuff, the Aether is mentioned a shit ton in the zombie storyline, and in this episode we're going to be talking about what is the Aether and sort of all its significance in the zombie storyline. And then after this, then we're going to go through all the zombie maps, and then sort of round it up with an hour-long episode summarizing the whole zombie storyline before Black Ops 3. And that's really the plan. We're gonna wrap up the series very soon. But until then, let's get into this episode. So what is the Aether? Now remember, the whole zombie storyline is based entirely on mythological theories and just like it's not entirely, it's pretty much fiction. So mythology is definitely worked into the zombie storyline a hell of a lot. So the Aether is a mysterious force that existed before the birth of the 9 realms. Obviously the 9 realms, total mythology as well, not proven or anything, just like Agartha. Agartha's not proven. Neither is the Aether too much, but it is used in a lot of scientific theories. Like it's used in Isaac Newton's sort of theory on gravitational force and stuff like that, but obviously not entirely proven or anything. But it is known to be able to convert matter into dark matter, and otherwise maintains an almost lifelike existence that causes it to bond to a parasitic fashion to a living host. Once bonded, the energies of the Aether slowly consume any mortal host, and also have a volatile and deadly effect to any who come in contact with the host in a manner that the Aether perceives as threatening, bonded with a stronger host that understands its power, which explains a lot. So obviously when Richtofen betrayed Dr. Maxis and Samantha back in Doris, now I'm talking about the Doris from World at War here, we're not going to talk about the Giant just yet, that's probably going to be at the end of the series when we move on to the sort of the Black Ops 3 section and stuff. But the original Doris, we obviously seen from the radios, we heard from the radios that Dr. Richtofen sort of betrayed Maxis and sent him and his daughter sort of through the teleporter, and Samantha was obviously transported straight up to the moon. She was transported straight up to the moon, to the MPD. Now, in the MPD, it's basically a gateway to the Aether. It's basically a gateway to the Aether's energies, and this sort of consumes Samantha. As we know, it slowly consumes any mortal host or whatever. So Samantha, she started to turn evil. Obviously, she was a little girl. Even though Maxis did tell her to kill all the members of Group 935, which includes Richtofen, obviously it sort of consumed her and turned her evil. And when she was controlling the zombies, she did her best to sort of make the apocalypse hard. And like you can see that from the teddy bear and stuff, and obviously sending the zombies after people and just stuff like that. Obviously the Aether sort of pushed Samantha to do these things. And so when our group travel up to the moon, obviously our original crew, Dempsey, Takio, Nikolai and Richtofen, obviously the first 4, the original 4 from World at War and Black Ops 1, when we end up teleporting, like obviously through time and space, we go to abandoned cinema, which is Kino de Toten, and then we go to Shangri-La, we go to many different places, but we end up on the moon. And when you sort of do the Easter egg in that and you open up the MPD, it reveals that Samantha Maxis, because all along it does reveal that Samantha Maxis is in it, sorry, but all along they didn't know this. They thought she was pretty much dead. Obviously Richtofen was sort of tipped off that she was somewhere up on the moon, but he obviously wanted to go up and see for himself. And from the time that he teleported Maxis and his daughter, obviously Samantha, he understood what the Aether was. He was like planning to control the zombies. He was planning for overall power, pretty much. Obviously, you know, it goes with his whole sort of evil scientist thing. Obviously, ultimate power, control the world, and sort of make everyone bow down with the control of the zombies and stuff like that. And obviously, when you complete the Easter egg and you head up to the MPD and all, obviously, as you can see, we already seen that the Aether says that it's sort of it sort of freezes its host. So Samantha was frozen up there controlling the zombie. She couldn't actually get out. So when you're in the ether, you're pretty much stuck there because it consumes you and you consume all its energy. You do have a lot of power, but it sort of needs you to act on itself. So she was up there, but when Richtofen heads up, since he sort of understands it more, and as you can see from what I was talking about earlier, it's a sort of, where is it? Blah 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 blah. Any who come into contact with the host in a matter that the ether perceives as threatening, bonded with a stronger host that understands its power. So basically, Richtofen understood the power of the ether more, so it chucked Samantha out, and she obviously basically swapped bodies with Richtofen, and then Richtofen from then on was controlling the zombies. Now you hear a lot about sort of blue-eyed zombies and yellow-eyed zombies and stuff like that, but basically, blue-eyed zombies is sort of it's Richtofen controlling the zombies, and obviously the yellow-eyed are Samantha. Now, like that's pretty much all you need to know, and it's like from Moon onwards, then the sort of the zombies' colored eyes change basically. But yeah, moving on then, the ether isn't really mentioned. Well, it is mentioned a lot, but it's not really sort of used until our two sort of Easter egg outcomes in Buried. Now, there's two outcomes, obviously, one in Max's favourite, one in Richtofen's, and if you follow Max's, then sort of he opens a portal to the ether and sort of he uses its power and sort of destroys the earth and sort of traps Richtofen and reunites himself with his daughter or whatever. But even though he can't, he thinks he can, but obviously she's in Agartha at this point, as we were talking about in the other episode. And of course, second outcome, Richtofen's Easter egg. The rift will be mended and sort of eternally damning Samantha to sort of Agartha, and allowing Richtofen to retrieve full manipulation of sort of the ether's energy, so he gets what he wants, and that is pretty much it. But then Origins comes in and it sort of changes it all. And obviously, if you watch the Agartha video and all that, and you've been listening to what I've saying for other episodes, you sort of know what happens from there. But I will be summarising it all very, very soon, hopefully in an hour-long episode. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode. And of course, if you want to see more, there will be a link to sort of a playlist on my channel of the whole everything you need to know about zombies, everything we've covered so far, everything we've gone in depth on. And that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you all have an amazing day. Sorry for not uploading in 2 days, but we are back on the grind once again, and I'll talk to you all later. Hope you all have an amazing day once again. Peace out. I'll see you in the next video.